Station for excellence.
Hello there. Today's another Sunday. This is Nigerian Television Authority Channels in Lagos, Station for Excellence. Welcome to the show. Where else would you rather be, actually? Well, it's a sunny afternoon, and the weather is becoming a bit more humid, isn't it? So you're beginning to sweat more. There's a lot of water in the atmosphere, coupled with the heat, so your body absorbs it and your body sheds heat. So what do? You protect yourself. Stay under the shade at times, okay? Stay under the shade. And then don't immerse yourself in the fridge, the refrigerator, you want to cool down. Eh? Just allow the fan to rotate. Allow the air conditioner to rotate, okay? Don't put yourself, immerse yourself into them, okay? Because you want to get a bit cool. Well, today's World Tsunami Day. What has it got to do with us? All right, we've had 58 tsunamis around the world, and it's killed about 260,000 people. But why the UN is celebrating today is so that we will be taking care of vulnerable communities. Or, all these communities that are around places where you can have natural disasters, we need to start planning in advance. That's why we're celebrating World Tsunami Day today, so that we can be aware that we need to have vulnerable people in those areas, the vulnerable populations in those areas where we're having great flooding in Nigeria. You know that. So we'll be able to take care of these people, move them upland, relocate them, put them in shelter, food, and provide amenities for them while the water clears out. That's the essence of celebrating World Tsunami Day. And then the United Nations actually accepted these celebrations since last year, since 2022. Now today, we'll be looking at a whole lot of things from health to entertainment, exercise. I've forgotten that No Nyama Nyama is here, and you know what he says, still on the matter, that kind of thing. So today is going to be really stuffed with a lot of things that will make you get informed, educated, and entertained, as usual, on the Sunday show. So now is the time for No Nyama Nyama's Keep Fit Exercise.
Hold on. Still on the matter.
Oh my God!
Still on the matter today. Still on the matter on your gluteus muscle. Then we are going to intelligently make other muscle group work so that we can do what? We can increase our gain. Still on the mat. Yes, Mr. Chris, you just vibe me on. Still on the matter. Still on the matter. Still on the matter. Wake up. Yeah, wake up. You're not waking. Yeah, keep watching the Sunday show. Yes, straight. Still on the matter. Oh my God, still on the matter. I brought my resistance band. So we are going to hit the gluteus muscle in a lovely way. It's December 10, really ticking now. We're going to use the band as an external resistance. If your hip flexors is tight, it will have problem for your what? For your gluteus muscle. So let's see how we're going to try to open up the gluteus muscle so that it can really give all those things we want. We're going to be talking about the health benefit of gluteus muscle. Oh yeah, straight. Oh yeah, open that leg, still on the matter. Now we're going to be taking the hips backward so that we hinge, and then we start creating this movement side to side. Side to side, we're still squatting, but laterally, we're taking it side to side intelligently. We say, still on the matter on the Sunday show. Keep coming. We keep telling you, add a little bit of what? Technique to your movement so that you can get more. Still on the matter. Woo! My hip flexors. Yeah, definitely now we're going to go straight to the what? To that gluteus muscle. Wow. The bone is coming. And if it is coming, some vital hormones are working. So, still on the matter. We got that in. Now we're going to hit the gluteus muscle. Then get three. Gluteus maximus, minimus, medius. Let's look for those other smaller ones. Now we're going to be doing what we call, this one. We start elevating the leg. Up, AB, abduction. we start creating a fire hydrant here. And hold it there. Still on the matter. This one we are going forward. Seconds. Even though I don't have my timer around. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh! Shit! Still on the matter. Mr. Chris has killed me today. Still on the matter. Still on that lower body movement. Now we're going to add something. We are going to add something. Before we add it, we have to go to the other side of what? That leg. So still on the matter. Fire hydrant on the other side of the leg. Hold it there for count. 10, 9, 8. Tight, tight, tight. Every muscle group is working here. A lot, even though we know the second muscle is supposed to be your one. Gluteus. Still on the matter. Still on the matter. Now we're going to add something now to this flow. We want to take the heart rate up. And then we want to involve some vital muscle again. A lot of muscle working together. You do a lot of stuff. I know you want to burn fat. Add this one to your game. Still on the matter with the band. Push up and jack. Push up and jack. Push up and jack. Still on the matter. If you want a detailed way you have to put this together, just call me or text me or keep watching the show on the show. We keep giving you what to do every other day. Still on the matter. I have to go back to where? My what? Side. Let me turn this way around now. I just want the hips. Make sure the hips is going backward. If it is not going backward, you are looking for trouble. We don't want trouble. We want good form. Still on the matter. Bad form, go away. Bad form, go away. Make sure you are breathing in and out. And still on the matter by Mr. Chris. Now we're going to go straight back to our fire hydrant. Fire hydrant, come on, let's go. Still on the matter. Still on the matter. I am ginger because I know definitely if you bring this to life tomorrow in your workout section, it will work. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Still on the matter. We're almost there, we're almost. They don't want to ring the bell today. No problem. We are inside this game together. Still on the matter, fire hydrant. Make sure you're squeezing. And if you're squeezing, it is working. If you're breathing in and out, it is working. Never hold back air. We want oxygen in. Still on the matter. Push up and jack. Every woman and man should do push up and jack. Still on the matter. Hand on the shoulder. Tuck the table in. If you don't have band, remove it. Push up and jack. Can do it on my toe, on my knee. Push up on my toe. Everywhere the ball. Still on the matter. For things to change, you must change. But don't change the die. Keep watching the Sunday. Sure. Still on the matter. Don't touch it.
It is a brand new year, I've charged my energy full time. When they come with the giddy, me go put them back on the run. Anytime when I paralyze, so fire burn them all. When I sing and pray, enemies fall and die. Chin chin again, I go see go more. Lord Mare, bunya go no more. Enemies are on my way, out of my way. You couldn't never you gonna more. Oh Lord Mare, bunya go no me care. What else out of my way, out of my way. And when they ask, I tell them, nine do amo, nine do amo, nine do amo. And when they ask, I tell them, say, nine do amo, nine do amo, no be me do amo. Oh, oh, oh. It is a blessing of the Lord, feeling in my body and soul. When I say I go find no be power, no be might, no be just. Hey, yeah. Let me say I go fall, better say all of them go by. When they shoot, then go miss enemies. I go jump and pass, yeah. Chineke na go zigo mo. Lord mare punya go no mo. Enemies out of my way, out of my way. Chukunne punya go no mo. Oh Lord mare punya go no mi ke hai. Let us out of my way, out of my way. And when they ask, I tell them, na hindu amo, na hindu amo, na hindu amo. And when they ask, I tell them, say, na hindu amo, na hindu amo, no be me do amo. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, Chineke na gozi gomo. Lord mare bunya gono mo. Enemies out of my way, out of my way. Chukunne bunya gono mo. Oh Lord mare bunya gono mi ke hai. Let us out of my way, out of my way. And when they ask, I tell them, na hindu amo, na hindu amo, na hindu amo. And when they ask, I tell them, say, na hindu amo, na hindu amo, no be me do amo. Oh, oh, oh.
Long time ago in
It's that time again for sharing and giving love. It's Christmas. It's a time to be jolly and merry. Where would you rather be this season? Of course, NTA Lagos Channel 10. Yes, it is the NTA Lagos Channel 10 Christmas party. This year promises to be fun-filled. There will be games, bouncy castles, shout out to your loved ones, school presentations, and many more. It all begins with a roadshow on the 8th of December 2023. Date, Monday 11th to Wednesday the 13th of December 2023. Monday 11th December is the opening ceremony with so much to eat and drink. Gate fee, 2,000 naira per child. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tedros Shoyaba. Time 10 a.m. There will be lots of fun-filled events that you don't want to miss. Plus, every child takes home a bumper pack. Date again is Monday 11th to Wednesday the 13th of December 2023. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tedros Shoyaba. Time 10 a.m. Gate fee, 2,000 naira per child. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call.
Hark now, hear the angels sing. A king was born.
NTA Lagos Channel 10 Christmas party. Come, jolly, and make merry with us.
Because of Christmas Day.
Now, this is Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos, Station for Excellence. And this is Sunday show. Where else would you rather be, actually? Well, why don't you go and register your children for the Christmas Fun Fair? It's always fun. Not just fun. It's also a forum for learning and then for interacting with other children. And you mothers as well, you should be able to accompany your children to the Fun Fair. Go register now for the Fun Fair. All right. Now, of course, you know that the festivities are coming, so people will be adding weight here and there. And then you say you are on diet and you are still eating the things that will make you fat. Or you're going to the gym every morning and you eat the things that send you to the gym. Does it make any sense? Of course it doesn't. Well, we decided to talk with Ozom Anthony Musu, whom you know as No Nyama Nyama, and now you've heard his real name, right? Okay, thank me for that. Okay, so welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now, a lot of people enjoy you, TV stations, and you've been doing this. But I think that the most important thing they take out of what you're doing is that you make it fun. You make them happy while exercising.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know how it comes, but I think there's a passion behind this stuff.
Okay.
And when the happiness comes in, the hormones are so happy. When you release those vital hormones, you want me to mention some of them? The dopamine.
No, go ahead.
The dopamine, let me stop at dopamine.
Okay.
Not the one we get from the yama yama.
Yes.
It just sends into the brain and then negative to the brain. But I find that if you're not happy, you don't want to train. And if you don't train, there's a problem. Either you gain muscle or you lose it. And we don't want to lose it. We want to look for a way to make sure we are taking the advantage of muscle. You know, it's deep. So it has to be loved. It has to be something that as you wake up to a new day with the grace of God on you, you have to do what? Make sure you train. And that is exactly what really drives me, that we should just make sure we make it part of life. But it has to be fun. So if I don't bring the fun to you, it will be the same thing. So, and we want to change something for things to change.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Something must change.
I
Still on
agree
the
with
matter.
you. You always say still on the matter.
Yeah, still on the matter, because every other day you have to train. That
Still
is
on the
truth.
matter.
You have to train, so still on the matter. We just have to look for a way to make sure people are catching the vibe,
Yeah.
and then every other thing.
Now
will
you
follow.
bring in music, and then I know others also use music, but in your own case, the exercises are so interesting. There are things we practice. How do you create that?
And Mr. Chris, that same thing again. I keep asking myself, how does all this stuff come? I don't know. When it comes, I have to just make sure I listen to
Your intuition, right?
Oh my God, and then I have to look at a way to dish it out. And again, if you look at the muscle group, anatomy of the body, there's a way the body likes to work.
Okay.
Training shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be difficult. Just if you can understand movement pattern and look for your level. Your level is right. I know you keep saying it.
Yes, yes,
Don't
yes.
do what you can't
Don't do what you can't
Please
do.
don't even dare go there. And whenever you're tired, you make sure you rest. So if that can be brought together, what will happen? A lot of stuff will happen, because then you are moving vital muscle group in different ways that is done by you at your own pace. End of story. Then still on the matter.
Yeah, still on the matter.
Still on the
Well, before I let you go, what advice would you give your viewers, your fans out there?
The best advice, I will not come from the exercise part. I will come from that part you mentioned, the nutrition part. Please throw away the word diet and start looking for a way to eat and make sure you are getting the benefit of eating that you can sustain. And please remember, still on the matter, yama yama must calm down. What I mean by yama yama, processed food must come down to a large extent. Increase your protein, get your vegetables in, get your fiber in. Call it your own name, your own way, the Mr. Chris diet. But make sure it is something you can sustain. And please, try to sleep.
Well, thank you so much, Anthony Uzomanwusu.
Thank you so much, Mr.
No Nyama Nyama, he's called.
Still on the matter.
Still on the matter. He will be here on Sunday, God willing. And then we thank you and your family, all right?
Thank you
So
so much,
expecting you on Sunday.
By the grace.
Okay. You're still watching the Sunday show, Nigerian Television Authority, Titan, Lagos. Where else would you rather be? By the way, do you know where your children are? That's what Franco Lisi would always ask, all right? He would say, do you know where your children are? So bring them around, you know. We're on the social media as well, apart from terrestrial TV, so that you watch the Sunday show. That's why we ask you, where else would you rather be on a Sunday afternoon? Now we're going, Nonya Manya was talking about nutrition, so now there's a cooking arrangement, a cooking segment we have. And we are going to look at preparing roasted chicken. I know a lot of you love roasted chicken, especially the females, right? So now why don't you learn how it's prepared? Okay, don't go away, I'll be right back.
Welcome to the Sunday Show. Sunday Show.
Today we're going to be making roasted chicken, not just any type of roasted chicken, but the garlic herb roasted chicken. Now this recipe is very easy, very straightforward, and the only cooking time that you're going to have to spend on this is the time that the chicken is actually going to spend in the oven. So all you need to do is prep your chicken, prep some vegetables if you're going to add any vegetables to it at all, and just put that in the oven and allow it to do its magic. For the roasted chicken, we're going to make a stuffing, and we're going to make a rub for the outside of the chicken. So now for stuffing is just basically what you stuff your chicken with, what you put inside your chicken, what goes inside your chicken. So for that, we're going to use a half teaspoon of thyme, a half teaspoon of parsley. We have 80 grams of milk here. You can use any milk you want, skimmed milk, full fat milk, whatever works for you. In here we have 120 grams of bread slices, so you can get any stale bread at home and just slice it up. Now we're going to prepare our stuffing. Now the butter is almost melting, and why we're doing this at a low temperature is butter burns really fast if you don't keep an eye on it. So you just want to do this at low temperature, not too low and not too high, so medium heat basically. In goes first your parsley, Then next goes in your thyme. Okay, just give that a good mix. Okay, so guys, it's beginning to come up to a boil. So next I'm going to add in our bread slices, okay? And that's that, your stuffing is ready. Okay, so now you can turn off the heat. For our dry rub, or to rub the outside of the chicken, that is the skin of the chicken, and underneath the skin of the chicken, what we're going to be using is, here I have 57 grams of butter. I have salt and black pepper here. Salt and black pepper to taste based on your preference. Here I have half a tablespoon of sage, dried sage. Here I have half a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, half a tablespoon of parsley. I have 3 strings of fresh rosemary. I have 3 garlic cloves. Like we said, it's a garlic herb roasted chicken, so hence why we have so much herbs going in, and the garlic of course. And I've got a lemon here, so I'm going to cut the lemon into wedges and put it on the side of my chicken. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to mix all of this up. So once you've gotten that or enough of it under the skin, you also want to get some on the outside as well, okay? So now, after we've done all of this, the rub has gone in and on the skin as well, the cooking string to just tie up your chicken, okay? So this is how people get their chicken to sit pretty, okay? And I'm going to take a knife, okay? And put it just here, and that's it, see? And now we're just going to pop our chicken in the oven for 1 hour 15 to 20 minutes at a temperature of 180 degrees centigrade. I have our roasted chicken. As you can see, our chicken has got a nice tan. Looks very yummy, looks nice.
The Sunday Show on NTA Channel 10.
Now, if you're just joining us, this is still Nigerian Television Authority Channel in Lagos, Station for Excellence. And this is the Sunday Show, your favorite Sunday show, your favorite Dara Prem show, right? Sunday show. I do hope you're enjoying what we're presenting to you this Sunday afternoon. It's not as hot as the other days, a little bit cool, all right, okay? But don't overdo what you're doing. Now, have you heard about what is called osteogenesis imperfecta? We may not have had. That's called brittle bones in lay language. That's a situation in which the bones begin to crack, begin to break, just a touch of wind, all right? Now, this is a genetic condition where somebody is born with it. It doesn't progress. Once you're with it, you're with it. Okay, so I have Stephanie Hereva. Stephanie Hereva has brittle bones, what you call osteogenesis imperfecta. I have the mother here, the mother Joan Hereva. They are of Osteogenesis Imperfecta, is an organization that takes care of OI. Now, a lot of people may not have heard about OI, but that's why they kill the children. Use pillow to snuff the life out of them, or they throw them into the gutter or on the rail tracks because they feel, I mean, what will we do with this kind of child? But Joan has, with the assistance of other people whose children are also born with a condition, they are helping humanity. So, Joan, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
Stephanie, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, I'm going to start with Stephanie. Stephanie, are you happy?
Yes, I am, sir.
Welcome. I like your voice.
Thank you very much, sir.
You know, a strong voice.
Thank you, sir.
You know, Stephanie is 21. She has survived the odds. For her to live this long, it means God is with her, and her mother is with her as well. All right. So, Joan, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Stephanie is doing well.
Yes, sir.
Who did her hair? Was it you?
No.
Who
I
did it?
met in school.
Oh, her mates in school?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Stephanie,
Yes, sir.
didn't you like what they did?
Of course, I love it. I
Stephanie,
did.
do you sing?
No, sir.
You don't sing, I thought you sang. Stephanie. All right, so tell me, how did you feel when you gave birth to Stephanie? And then, of course, you wouldn't know she had osteogenesis imperfecta. You may have been worried and probably thinking that there are some gods or your mother-in-law or whatever, the man you greeted in the market, they must have, they must have bewitched you.
Yes.
So tell me about that situation.
Yeah, I gave birth to her December 21st, 2002.
Mm.
And, you know, when she came as a baby, you know, which everybody, it was a normal delivery. If not, I was the only one in the delivery room, I would have thought my baby was being exchanged.
Okay.
But this baby kept on crying for hours. We didn't actually know what was happening to her. So it was someone that beckoned on me that this baby has been crying. What is happening? So we had to check, you know. When we checked, we raised her clothes. You know, being a newborn baby, we saw that the upper limb, which was her hand and her leg, her thigh, was swollen, seriously swollen.
Okay.
And we tried moving it up. We raised it up. She kept on screaming.
Okay.
We tried carrying she kept on screaming. So we called the attention of the doctors, and everybody was just surprised, shocked that, what happened? What kind of a thing is this? And the doctor now said, well, after, you know, several monitoring, we monitored her because I gave birth to her at night. In the morning, we were referred to National Orthopedic Hospital, Igbobi, as an infant. When we got there, after like the first appointment, second appointment, the third appointment, the doctor said, this could be osteogenesis imperfecta. So when he said it, I was like, hey God, what kind of a condition is this? So I went online and I tried to make research. I made some research about it, what is osteogenesis, because I knew osteo has to do with the bones, genesis has to do from the beginning. Yeah, so I said, this imperfecta, which means something that is not perfect.
That's not perfect, yes.
So I said, God. So severally they gave us appointment. We kept on going back and forth, They kept on fixing what braces and POP for her, you know. And every slight of it she fractures. Nobody can carry her. I was the only one carrying her, you know. 2 POP on her both legs and one of her hands. She could not even take her bath.
Okay, you know what's going to happen, John? We're going to come back to you. You're still watching the Sunday Show on Nigerian Television Authority Channel 10 Lagos. We're going to the network service now for the news highlights. When we come back, we'll continue this discussion about osteogenesis imperfecta. Think about it. I'll be right back.
Hello, this is the news update on NTA International. I'm Ogochkuka Ona. You're welcome. Guinea's former military ruler, Moussa Dadis Camara, is back in jail after being taken from prison by armed men, according to his lawyer. The group stormed a jail in the capital, Conakry, early on Saturday morning, taking Captain Camara and 3 others. Those taken are currently on trial for their alleged roles in deaths of more than 150 people in a 2009 protest. Besides Captain Camara, 2 other prisoners have also been found. Captain Camara's lawyer earlier told the media that the former leader was taken against his will and that he would never try to escape prison, as he had confidence in the Guinean judicial system. The country's borders were closed as the authorities hunted for him and the others that were taken. U.S. investments could help African countries make the most of its critical minerals and industrialize their economies, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has said at the opening ceremony of a major U.S.-Africa trade summit in Johannesburg. He said Africa is an important source of critical raw materials, but we do not want to be defined as simply the producers of commodities. He added that African countries would profit greatly from keeping these materials in-house and transforming them into goods that can then be sold globally. In terms of natural resources, Africa is the most abundant continent on Earth. It has 40% of the world's gold, according to the UN, and the largest reserves of cobalt, uranium, platinum, and diamonds. Ghana's ruling NPP party has elected the country's vice president, Mahamudu Bawumia, as their candidate for the 2024 presidential ballot, according to results from primaries released by the Electoral Commission. Ghana is undergoing its worst economic crisis in years, which will be a major electoral issue next year when President Nana Akufo-Addo steps down after 2 terms and an agreement for a $3 billion loan from the International Monetary Fund. According to the final results, Bawumia won 61.4% of the votes, while his nearest rival, Kennedy Ohene Agwapong, won 34.4%. Nigeria's aquacultural potential is huge and can contribute significantly to the nation's food security drive and export initiative. This is the reason the ECOWAS Food Security Committee is partnering the Nigerian Agricultural Research Institute to expand the scope of the sector and create jobs for millions of interested Nigerian youths. At a training program designed to imbibe modern fishery techniques and feed production in Abuja, the participants drawn from across the country were exposed to what they need to know to make profit from fishery and feed production while contributing to the nation's self-sufficiency in food production and fishery needs. The participants are to be supported with inputs to start their small and medium-scale fishery and feeds production businesses upon completion of their training. And those are the stories trending at this time. Thanks for being part of it.
Now, welcome back from the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. This is Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos, Station for Excellence. This is a Sunday show. Before we went on the network service for news highlights, I was discussing with Mrs. Joan Hereva and Stephanie Hereva, Miss Stephanie Hereva. Stephanie Hereva has osteogenesis imperfecta, what you call brittle bones. Now, I'm going to ask Joan, she was trying to explain now, when she gave birth to her, what really transpired, and she was crying all the time. You touch her, she would cry. If the fans breeze touches her a lot, she would cry, and so on and so forth. But she was able now to discover that it was osteogenesis imperfecta. And one of the problems with OI is that people don't have knowledge about it. Okay, so now tell me, tell the mothers out there who may have this the children with this condition, how to identify that this is what they're having, and then tell them that, as soon as a child is born, let that child be allowed to go through tests. When you run through tests, you'll be able to discover, not just to take her or him home and then be blaming some mother-in-laws that don't exist. All right, so can we talk about that?
There are some signs, or I say manifestations, that a child or someone has osteogenesis imperfecta. Like when you look at the eyes, they have a kind of blue sclera. We call this blue sclera. The eyes is always bluish. That's in between the pupil and the white eyes. You find out that theirs is bluish. That's number one. Number two, they have this shape of face. They come with this shape and the head, is common with them. Then the fractures, that is a unique one. If a child fractures when the child is being born, though there are some that are not so severe, as the child grows, because I've seen a child that when the child was giving birth to, the child didn't actually fracture. So, but it's right there in the genetic inborn in that child. The child didn't fracture. As the child kept on growing, after maybe falling once, falling twice, and the child starts fracturing. And they now, maybe after taking the child to the hospital, they found out this child has osteogenesis imperfecta. Those are the ones that are not so severe. They are not on wheelchair.
Okay, now Tarela Agante, it's your boss. You run OI worldwide. I mean, Nigeria and the UK.
Yes.
Tell me about the scope of work that you people are doing with Tarela Agante.
Yes. We've done a lot, and we are still hoping to do more to create awareness. Because, like in my area, I've been to I visited the health center. Spoken with the mothers, telling them there is hope for them. When they have such children, they should not throw them away. They should not abandon them, because when I was raising my baby, so people said a lot of things. Like, what are you doing with this kind of a child? Why not go and abandon the child?
Okay,
How
now
will you be able to
quickly, because we don't quite have time,
Yes.
let's talk about the new developments in the treatment of OI, the surgeries.
Yes, we have the Zoladronic, which helps to, they take it every 3 months. It also helps to strengthen the bones. It also helps to strengthen the bones, because since my daughter started taking it, her bone, the fractures have reduced drastically. It has reduced. Then the surgery that just came up in Nigeria, Mrs. Tarela Agante did a whole lot of work, and we need so many people. We need philanthropists. We need the government to help us, so that these children can have a good future. She did a lot of work. She brought the expertise from the UK to support the Nigeria children over here. They did the surgery. They didn't collect a dime. They showed her the responsibility, the money, everything. They paid for it.
Okay.
And they were able to.
Okay,
do
now
that.
let's quickly talk to Stephanie. Steph, when you go to school, how do your classmates receive you?
My classmates, they are nice. They are very good. I'm fortunate enough to have like really good classmates or course mates,
Okay.
as the case may
Yeah,
be.
course mates, because,
Yes, sir.
okay, from secondary school, you are now in Yaba Tech.
Yes,
You're
sir.
reading computer science.
Yes, sir.
And that's amazing. We'll clap for you. All right, so go on now.
Yeah, so I have like really amazing course
Okay.
mates.
What about your siblings? I know you have 3 more. And how do they relate with you?
My siblings are my guys, they're my friends, so they know their sister, so they come at every point of my need, right? They come at every point.
You're the most senior, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So they come at every point of my needs, with or without me having to tell them. They already know that, okay, she would need this at this time of the day, she would
Okay.
need this at this time of the day. Sometimes they can be a bit annoying, but
I like that. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
they can be a bit annoying, but then their heart is in the right place, and
Okay.
they love their sister. Yes, so that's
Now, they don't have OI, right? They don't have breathing
No,
bones?
they don't.
Okay, all right. Okay, we have actually been talking with Joan Egareva and Stephanie Egareva. Joan is a mother of Stephanie. Stephanie has osteogenesis imperfecta. And Mrs. Tarela Agante is the executive director of Osteogenesis Imperfecta, Nigeria and the United Kingdom. They are bringing in doctors to perform surgeries on these children that have osteogenesis imperfecta. This is a genetic condition. It doesn't really progress. Once an infant is discovered to have it, it just stays like that. They may not die if they are cared for. So, and then we're asking the government to be part of this process, so that this number of children, I guess they're up to 40,000 now. Yes, they're up to 40,000, so that they can be taken care of and they can contribute to national development. It's time to thank Joan Egareva.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the
Thank you
program.
for having me.
Stephanie,
yes, sir.
chop noko. Yeah, baby.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, it's cool. All right, this is Stephanie Egareva, and then I'm happy to have talked with her. She inspires hope to all of you there who have osteogenesis imperfecta, that things have been done for you, that with the help of care, love, from your parents, the government, this society, you will live a little longer and then be able to contribute your quota to the Nigeria's development. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Okay, we are quickly going to talk about beauty tips now, and then Christian Runsewe He's going to talk about exercise and beauty tips. Don't forget there are questions at the end. It's sponsored by Mesha Beauty Products. Mesha, yes. They are sponsoring skincare. They are sponsoring that segment, and then they give prizes to the first 20 people who answer the questions correctly. So let's join Christian Runsewe now and know things about the exercise she's talking about. Don't go away.
Hi there, my name is Christine Runsewe and this is Health and Beauty Tips on the Sunday Show. Well, today we are going to talk about exercising. Yeah, have you started your exercise? Are you exercising or are you planning to start your exercising? Well, let me let you know that it is a very, very important aspect of your health and your beauty. Yes. So here are some of the benefits on the beauty side of exercising. If you are exercising, you're going to experience a tighter skin. So your skin is going to look young forever for as long as you're still exercising. You're going to have a glowing skin because the more you sweat, the more toxins are released, the more your skin is replenished and looking glowing. So you're going to have a glowing skin by default because you exercise. And the other aspect on the beauty aspect of exercising is that your skin is going to look rejuvenated, refreshed. You're not going to have, like eye bags. You're not going to have like swollen eyes. You're going to look rested because that's what exercising does. Now let's look at the health aspect of it. Have you ever thought that if you exercise very well, you're going to have a good sleep? Yes, a good sleep. That's what exercising can do. Your body will be rested well. You're actually going to have strength and resilience. Yes. If you have like tiredness throughout the day, try exercising. You're going to have strength and vitality, yes, to your body. Then you're also going to have an active brain. Your brain is going to be very active. You're going to be alert throughout the day if you are exercising. So do you want to start your exercising? And let me let you know the key about exercising. You have to be disciplined. You have to understand that once I have started this, I'm going to adopt it as a lifestyle. Then you have to be consistent with what you're doing. There is an exercise that you can do for everything. Have you tried skipping the rope? It actually works on every part of your body. Then you can think about lifting. You can think about all other things depending on what you want to do. Then we also have the other healthy aspect. The very important one is that it controls your heartbeat. And for people that have high blood pressure, this is very good for them because it's going to maintain their heart rate at a normal, healthy way. So apart from all that, there are other diseases. We have like arthritis, we have like joint pains and stuff like that. Exercising can help you control them, keep them under check. And then you'll have a great memory because your brain is working so well. So, have you thought about exercising? Are you planning to start? Have you still been procrastinating? Start today. Yes, thank you for listening in. I hope this is a tip that will help you in your life.
It's that time again for sharing and giving love. It's Christmas. It's a time to be jolly and merry. Where would you rather be this season? Of course, NTA Lagos Channel 10. Yes, it is the NTA Lagos Channel 10 Christmas party. This year promises to be fun-filled. There will be games, bouncy castles, shout out to your loved ones, school presentations, and many more. It all begins with a roadshow on the 8th of December 2023. Date Monday 11th to Wednesday the 13th of December 2023. Monday 11th December is the opening ceremony with so much to eat and drink. Gate fee 2,000 naira per child. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tedro Shoyaba. Time 10 a.m. There will be lots of fun-filled events that you don't want to miss. Plus every child takes home a bumper pack. Date again is Monday 11th to Wednesday the 13th of December 2023. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tedro Shoyaba. Time 10 a.m. Gate fee 2,000 naira per child. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call.
Now hear the angels sing, a king was born.
NTA Lagos Channel 10 Christmas Party. Come, jolly, and make merry with us.
Because of Christmas Day.
Now, welcome back. My next guest is John C. Nwaduho. He is called John C. Africa. So, John C., welcome to the program.
Yeah, good to see.
Now, John C. is a musician, he's a director, he's a producer, he's an actor. So we want to look at how he can combine all this. He's also a writer as well. So how can you combine all this in yourself?
It's not easy. I started off as just musician and actor, so but because of the passion and my passion for business, so I started making my own movies. I went into producing also, telling my own original stories, and it's just part of the hustle. It's not easy. So,
Yeah. Okay, you're a musician, and that's the part of you that I hadn't noticed really while I was interacting with you. How did you get into music?
Okay, I've always had this passion for music. I started at a very young age. I started from playing the drums.
Okay.
At my local church. So when I got to university, I started writing my own songs.
What did you study in school?
I studied agribusiness and management.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it was at the higher institution that I discovered, okay, I could try out songwriting and all that.
Oh, and you've produced some albums or tracks?
I have some singles out there. Yeah.
Some singles.
Yeah.
Can you sing one of them?
I recently did Jah Love. That was my latest single. So it goes like, Jah Love is taking me higher. Then don't try, then no fi hope me. I don't care about your story. I know holy, so no devil than me. So that's what the song is all about.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Now you're projecting Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Why did you get into that?
I think Afrobeat. I just had love for it, and that's the flair. And said, okay, this is a genre I would like to be part of.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's quite good.
Yeah.
Now you produce movies. By the way, how would you describe the movie industry? What's going on there?
Movie industry is a very creative one, and I believe we're actually doing so well for ourselves right now in Hollywood. A lot of producers are doing their self, and sometimes I see there are some movies I see, I'll be like, wow, is this Nollywood for real? So even without enough support from the government, but we're trying. It's not easy. We're trying, and we're telling original stories and all that.
Okay, telling original stories. What has always been a problem is marketing the product, being able to sell to the right people and getting money, both for the producers, the crew, and of course the artists themselves.
Yeah, it's true because some of these producers, they don't see their money back. It's very difficult. We don't have lots of cinemas in the country, and the government is not interested. And if you talk about the DSTVs and all that, they are all doing their best because they are independent companies, so they're not really paying as they should. But we are all trying. We're doing
So if we have more cinema houses.
Yeah, if we have more cinema houses, it is going to encourage, because Nigeria has a population of 200 million plus, and if we have more cinema houses.
Okay, what sort of movies have you made? Can we see a clip of his movie? Can we see a clip?
What's keeping her?
Elena! Elena, hurry! Why you not wearing your heels?
I can't wear them right now, but they're in here. I'll wear it at the studio.
You both look beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to ask you now about how do you manage to be a musician, a producer, director, a writer, a marketer, a businessman? How do you manage all that?
Yeah, people ask me that a lot, but I just feel that I'm still very young, so I have the capacity now. I mean, I'm not old, so there's nothing I'm doing with my time. So I just work with the creativity and passion as it flows.
Okay. In your estimation, in the next 5 years, would you define the trajectory, the growth of the movie industry in Nigeria?
In the next 5 years, I think it's going to be remarkable because in the music industry, Nigeria is doing so well right now. It's doing so well, and they are all making us proud. In fact, Afrobeat is being recognized all over
worldwide.
Yeah. So I believe in the next 5 years or so, let's say 10 years, Nollywood industry is going to be very big, and other nations, they will be interested in our contents and all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
I think when it comes to creativity, I think we are not lacking behind Nigerians. We are doing so well for ourselves.
Okay, is it bothering you that we don't have any equipment? We don't manufacture any equipment. We import all of them.
Yeah, that's where the problem is because we don't have all this. I think if the government should encourage us, like provide grants for independent filmmakers, and there are room for grants, and you can access all those things, it will be a lot more easier. But Nigerians now, we will still try as Nigerians.
I like that. Okay, how does your family receive what you're doing? Was there a time they didn't like what you were doing and they were saying you weren't going to make money? Why are you wasting your time? And now probably because you're becoming successful, they have begun to accept you. Was there a time that happened?
No. I think my family have been very supportive, and I'm a person that I believe in discipline also, and I come from a very disciplined family. So my dad, they wanted me to be done with school, so I was done with school before. I said, okay, Daddy, I'm done with school now. I want to face my career. And he said, is that what you want to do? I said yes. So it's all about process. I was done with this first, then I had to take this as full-time occupation.
That's quite interesting. Now, you're still young, and then you've got to this height. What advice would you give to other young people who are coming up, who probably don't know what to do, or they know what to do, they don't have the resources and opportunities? So what advice would you give them?
I think the advice I would just give them is just keep doing what you're doing, because I know it's very demanding, because some persons, they be like, there's no connection and there's no money, there's no fun. But once you know what your heart wants and the passion is there, just keep following it. You don't have to get all the support. Even if you have 2 persons or 5 persons, even if it's just family that are supporting you and saying, hey, you're doing so well, it's an encouragement. Just keep going. The main thing is that you're going to get there. There's no magic. When you give yourself 2, 3, 5 years in the line, you see yourself doing so well. And when you look back, you're proud of yourself.
Are you worried that a lot of actors are becoming sick, some are dying, and there's little care, and they would go to the public and ask for money? Are you worried?
It gives me worries for you. It's something that should be looked into. I believe so, because I don't know. It's as if the government has no interest in the movie industry, and because all these actors, they were veterans, they made us laugh, and they entertained us a lot. I don't see reason why they will be on the sick bed and there's no help. Then they're seeking for funds. Some of them, if they don't get this money, they just end up dying off just like that. So I believe there should be some kind of an insurance policy that should at least take care of these guys and so it doesn't scare us away, because it's very scary when you think of it now. Like as young as I am now, start imagining what if when I'm 80 and I now fall sick and there's nothing there.
Okay. Well, your last word, because I'm about putting the program to bed. Your last word to your fans out there.
My last word I'll give to my fans is you guys are all good and being very supportive. For those of you that are looking up to me, just keep doing what you're doing, keep believing in yourself. There's no magic towards these things. Just be positive. You'll get there definitely.
All right, I've been talking with John C. Africa, John C. Mwadoho. He's a musician, an actor, producer, director, a business entrepreneur. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
My
great.
pleasure.
I hope you come again when we call it.
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
My pleasure.
Well, viewers, that's about the size of our program today, and we'll do this again on Sunday. That kind of thing. You know how we do it. You know the time we do it every Sunday. That you join us so that you can participate on the program. I thank especially those behind the scenes who have been making it possible so that you could see and hear me properly. I thank them. Thank my guests, Joanna Braha and Stephanie Braha. They've come to tell us about osteogenesis imperfecta. I thank John C. Africa, who has come to tell us what's happening in the entertainment industry, and then bestriding the music, and then of course the movie industry. He's doing quite well, So we thank all our guests today. So thank you, viewers, for being part of our joy today. Let's do it again on Sunday. I'm Chris Aquarando. Stay safe. Bye for now.
Try them no feel me. I don't care about your story. I know me, so no they bother me. Jalo is taking me higher. Them don't try them no feel me. I don't care about your story. I know me, so no they bother me.